If chocolate isn't the answer, could you repeat the question? Hello, I'm Pat Coakley, and welcome to PodSnacks, Art of the Diet, the weekly podcast that each week tries to ask the right question about how to maintain a significant weight loss. You can access all the episodes on www.ArtoftheDiet.com. Hello there, it's July 3rd, and in the U.S., it's crazy time. We've got tanks coming to Washington. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Anyway, I'm out walking. It's 6:30 something, or maybe it's a little bit later, but I've been up forever. And I made a graphic for today's episode, which is a graphic of my handwriting written with a stick that I found outside, and then some long toothpicks. Just because, why do it with an ordinary pencil or pen? But actually there's some method to my madness in that I think the last episode I talked about beginning again and beginning again with kindness, which was a phrase used often in meditation, which I totally would have rolled my eyes at. Did I not find it surprisingly simple and effective? And that's going to be my short podcast message to you today on the eve of Independence Day in the U.S., and just to personalize it, the various forms of independence that we have to create and celebrate in ourselves. And honestly, I guess even at 74, I didn't realize how severe a voice, tone now, I internally have. So when I screw up, like for example last night, oh boy, about 6 o'clock, I had gone to the store and came back and put my car in the garage and opened up the trunk of the car to get stuff out, and did that, and then closed the garage door. And it sort of jumped a little, I noticed, as it's an electronic device, but it went down. And then I forgot something, and so I tried to get it back up again and couldn't. It would only go up to about my knees. And I go, what the heck is that? And of course it's impossible for me to bend down that far. But I managed to do something so that I could see that I had left my trunk open, and the garage door had caught on the trunk. And there was no way I could, get down on the ground and roll into the garage in order to free it. I mean, my fractured back is healed, but even on a good day, when I was 25, I think I would have had difficulty with that. But anyway, so I had to call my friend's husband, who came over. Now, he is older than I am. He got down, rolled under, fixed it, rolled back out. I thought, really, how stupid can you be? And I noticed in that tone of voice something so familiar. Certainly, it applied to this situation, but it applies to any begin again situation. And certainly, dieting and maintaining a weight loss just simply requires beginning again all the time. Unless you are that rare person of tremendous habits that once you lose the weight, you internalize these habits and you track and you portion control and you do all that. But by and large, I think the people who listen to me are not those folks, okay? And you're more like I am with, honestly, beginning again is almost as reliable as the sun rising and falling. And this past month, I've just really zeroed in with these little post-it notes I had, one in the bathroom and one in the kitchen, that just said, in my handwriting and on a post-it note, "With kindness, begin again." Now, it doesn't say begin what. I initially put it up to remind myself that I needed to begin again with taking out sugar and carbs and, managing that better. But over the course of days and weeks and months, it became 1 month, it became anything that I began to talk to myself in that harsh, judgmental, you stupid jerk mode, because certainly last night, stupid jerk came to mind several times. And when my friend's husband left and I was walking around my apartment and going, oh, for God's sakes, he had to disrupt him and blah. And I saw this little post-it note, "With kindness, begin again." And honestly, I could feel myself exhaling and going, yes, you screwed up. Okay, you probably will again. And the only thing to do is put it behind you and keep going. And honestly, I did a breathe in and breathe out, and that's what I did. And I said to myself, this is the simplest bit of genius that I've run across in years. Now, I've had counseling and therapy and all of that stuff. And it's not that this hasn't been addressed in some more formalized way. And certainly experiencing relationships that are affirming and that are not critical goes a long way. But honestly, you don't need to be dependent on someone else modulating your voice. You can do it yourself. Who knew? At 74, I'm learning this. So this is my July 4th episode with, no fireworks, except really a truth that I am late to, but I'm going to use it in the coming days and months with dailiness. I'm going to formalize these little post-it notes and make them nice. And I started this morning with the graphic for this podcast. And I'm going to just make a series of them because they seem to lighten whatever load I was bearing this month. And yes, I was more effective managing food, but I was also a bit more effective in just taking the baseball bat out of my hands and not hitting myself over the head with a variety of things that didn't go right. So, begin again with kindness is my gift to you. Just try it. And then do a deep breath. Big inhale, big exhale, and continue on. Okay, that's it. Now I think you might have had some birds, and maybe you heard the footsteps, because it's supposed to be a hot day today, and walking in the morning, which I can now do, is just a delight. And happy freedom. Wrestle that critical voice to the mat. Drive a tank over it. Talk to you in a month. Bye.